Thanks for choosing RTV News. I am Isabel Masozera. Now, top of our edition, President Paul Kagame has appointed Dr. Francois Karinda as a member of Rwanda's Senate. Prior to this latest appointment, the doctor served 2 terms in the Eastern Legislative Assembly. And before that, he had been a law lecturer at the University of Rwanda. Born in 1962, he comes from the leadership of the PSD party, and his appointment comes less than a month after Dr. Augustine of the same party resigned from his position as Senate President and left the chamber due to health reasons. Moving on, analysts on what is happening in the Eastern DRC have again reiterated that the country's leadership should avoid being childish and take full responsibility of what's happening in their own country. This comes after some of the world's powerhouses acknowledge the role of the country's government in the atrocities being committed there. Adam Squizera filed this report.
It has been a while since the government of Rwanda criticized the way some countries have fallen into the trap of the Democratic Republic of Congo of misleading the public on the issues that concern them, such as blaming Rwanda on the problems of insecurity in the eastern region of DRC. However, countries including USA and European Union have recently condemned the fact that Democratic Republic of Congo is collaborating with FDLR terrorist group. Those countries requested this country should stop violence and hate speech targeting the Rwandophones and Tutsi and punish the perpetrators. The political analysts on the regional matters point out that DRC should eradicate the policy of lies. DRC has spent a lot of time living like a child who was raised with bad manners. Everyone who say that the problem is Rwanda would say that the problem is FDLR, and the others would like to close their eyes. Rwanda would say that FDLR and FRDC are collaborating in creating insecurity, plus creating insecurity in Rwanda, and others tends to be blind due to their interests. But the fact that they started talking about it, and they should continue to talk about their interests, which should be accompanied by the concrete actions which can lead to the solution of the problem. The fact that countries and the international community requires DRC to stop its collaboration with the FDLR terrorist group, political analysts find that it's a good step which is being taken. I think it's the same to what we are seeing concerning to either that report of MONUSCO and the USA, which stated that the FDLR is collaborating with DRC, as they also admitted that what M23 said has begun to implement it. And it's not only DRC. Instead, all countries should stand together to fight the genocide ideology and those who spread it. The analysts also note that the collaboration between DRC and FDLR, plus the violence against one part of their population, where all these are considered to be the root cause of the insecurity in the eastern DRC, as by the time they are solved, can give a hope of the good relations between DRC and Rwanda. I believe that the fact the international community is starting to talk about it and request DRC to do something to separate itself from the FDLR, as the fact that Congo will be able to understand this, as well as its regime, especially President Tshisekedi and those who are close to him, it will help them to understand that DRC government can live well with Rwanda. And I think it's very possible. The late report of the United Nations experts shows that the government of Democratic Republic of Congo collaborates with the genocidal militia FDLR, plus the role of the government officials and non-government organizations in the spread of the hate speech and the violence against Rwandophones and Tutsi population. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Thank you, Adams. Now, fish farming insurance is one of the things which is expected to increase the investment and productivity of the various lakes in the country, according to the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources. Now, fish farmers in the country have pointed out that despite their concerns, farming continues to yield positive outcomes. Adam Squizera once more.
Fish farming is one of the most widely invested sectors in the country, as that the production of fish farming in 2021-2022 is equivalent to 43.5 million tons. Despite that, fish farmers expresses their challenges, including the high cost of fish nourishment, as to that fish farming wasn't yet covered by the insurance. Well, according to my experience, in 2020, I lost over 100 tons. If I never had that loss, I should be supposed to be somewhere else, as we keep requesting the authorities to help us to get the insurance. Since that fish farming is one of the most sectors which requires much investment, which is not understandable on how we spend much investment in the sector where you can't access the insurance. Currently, there was crop and livestock insurance scheme where 5.5% of the value of the livestock or crop given and the government pays 40%. For example, a cow worth 300,000 Rwandan francs as the cost of insurance is 16,500 per year, where the resident pays 9,900 and the government adds 6,600 Rwandan francs on the insurance of that resident. From January 2023, fish farming were also added to agriculture insurance scheme, as Octave Nshimimana, the Director General of Agriculture Value Chain in the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources, says that this will contribute to the increase of the investors in agriculture and animal husbandry sector. When you see all the lakes we have, plus the will of farmers and investors, you see that it's something which can be productive. And also regarding to the market, the Rwandans need to consume those fish production as well. So to achieve that, we need the involvement of the investors, and commercial institutions should be assuring that the program will run successfully. 5 companies are the ones that usually provide crop and livestock insurance services, and through these companies, it's where the government dispenses its subsidies, hence to make it easier when it is necessary for the farmers to get complied, as that the insurance companies know that they are ready to receive new farmers in this agriculture insurance scheme. It's very simple due to that it has an experts and the practitioners who mean the farmers. Although these are the main things which include to work with the insurance companies, as that we have various categories of agriculture insurance scheme, including the insurance which compensates all the loss of what you invested and compensates what you were supposed to gain. They are both different. In April 2019, a subsidized insurance program named Tekana was launched. 513,000 people have benefited from this program, and the government has provided 1.7 billion as the support in this program, while 4.2 million was provided as compensation to help those people who face calamities. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources urges the insurance companies to improve their services so that beneficiaries should receive their money on time. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Now, on Friday, the city of Kigali, in collaboration with the National Youth Council, organized various activities to connect youth from different categories in the city of Kigali through a program known as Kigali Youth Festival. We now go to Betty Mutoni for more.
You deserve much respect.
The program was officially launched on Friday, 6th January 2023 with the theme, Let's Lead by Example, Let's Build the Rwanda We Want. This program will focus on the youth working in the formal sector in order to look at their role in development of the country and the challenges that hinder them. Youth should be confident and come together and use the chance given to us. Be innovative, and it is possible. Many of us can invest in agriculture. We can achieve a lot in a short period and build our nation.
It's all about loving the country. When you love something, you do everything to support, even when you're happy, hence development.
What youth should do should avoid laziness and change the mindset and work to develop our country and our families. The program will also be a platform for the youth to show their talents, how to develop them, and encourage them to love the country and serve it. While opening this program, there was a friendly game between border riders and youth volunteers that ended in favor of youth volunteers of Kigali City and other entertainment activities. Minister of Youth and Culture, Rosemary Mbabazi, advised youth to fight against drug abuse and other bad behaviors because they are the strength of the country today and in the future. All we request from the youth is having values of discipline in all things done. You should be noble. You should have the target in life. If the country has its target and where it is heading to, who is the country? The country is me, you and others. So all together we make a nation. If the country has target, you should also have it. During this program that will take place from 6 January 2023 to 31st January 2023, there will be various activities taking place, including different competitions, various opportunities, community work, tree planting, and entrepreneurs will have the opportunity to expose their work in Imbuga City Walk. Betty Mutoni, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Betty. Now, the National Land Authority has launched a program to issue an electronic certificate of land registration known as e-title land document that is expected to reduce time and money that a citizen uses to search for a land document. Jessica Agasaro has this report.
Usually during the journey to the land documents, the person who meets all the requirements submits it to the land notary in the sector. Otherwise, he is asked to come back and see if all the document has been received. Grace, who is the land notary in Gahanga sector, testifies that this was a problem. The citizen would come many times to get their land document. When a citizen submits their file, we require them to come back to see if the services is available or not. And sometimes they come back and it's not yet available, and we have to tell them to come back after 2 weeks. Some of them understand it and wait. Others come back immediately after 2 days. You find that it takes them a lot of time to do something else. It also costs them the fare. Normally, the land documents used to consist of 3 pages on a standard page, and the tax or stamp fee is 5,000. The director of the National Land Agency, Mukamana Esperance, says that this e-title document will eliminate the cost and other unnecessary benefits. It is very important because it will make the service we provide fast, and the trips made by the citizen to get this document will be reduced, and the money they used to pay have been removed. The director of the National Land Authority also asked those who have normal documents to keep them because they are still valid. The Minister of Local Government, Musabyimana Jean-Claude, says that the steps taken by the National Land Agency leads to the government goal of strengthening technology in the provision of service for the convenience of the citizens.
Rather, this new system is what makes our work easier and makes us improve the way we provide services to the people.
By strengthening technology, the management of the National Land Authority says that by 2024, all services provided by this center will be provided without any paper. Jessica Agasaro, RwandaTV News.
Thanks for watching and keep it RwandaTV.